Hi fellas, Nigel here again. This is my next update for the Help Our Hero builds. I've got the cockpit painted and the radiators all painted, so I'm going to set you down and we'll get started on the next part of the build. Okay? Alright, so let's get started. As I promised, cockpit. Let's see if I can pick it up. No, that's even darker. Yeah, about that then. Right, that's the cockpit all painted. I used a decal straps, seat belts, whatever you want to call them, because I tried to make some up, but they just didn't look right. I just couldn't quite get them right. Okay, I know you can't really see it brilliantly. Well, that's the cockpit all done up and the radiators. So on with the next part, which is part 2, this bit here. And it's basically joining the fuselage halves together and what have you. Alright, so let's have a quick look at the dry fit, shall we? Yep, looks like it might be okay. So, well, that's in there. Get me glue. Actually, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Bit for the prop. What have I done with it? There it is. Right, goes in like that. Because I don't require my props to move, I like to keep them nice and steady. I'll just glue that in and get it nice and straight. And then we'll put just some glue there and there for now. Just bang that in. Make sure it's lined up properly. We'll get the other one on and we'll just use that just to have a look. Yeah, so I'll just leave that to dry a minute. I'll just run some glue, not all the way around, but I'm just going to run some glue on the inside for a few of these bits. Just that's it, just letting the capillary action take it down. And then we can look at clamping bits of it together. So I'll just put a clamp on there like that, if it'll stop. Turn it over and we'll do the underside. Clamp that bit together, if it will let me. And just some on the back of the radiator. And then we really want to do it, so we'll just have to hope for the best. Once this is all glued together, I will be putting some more over and clamping it all again and what have you, just to make sure it sticks. Very bad. I don't like this design at all. If they're going to put the cowlings like this, at least supply your engine so then you've got some extra support in there. Because at the moment it's all bowing in. You can't really tell from there, but it is all just bowing in. a bit more, and just on that, and then just open it up a little bit, and get my brush in there, and just basically run the brush around it, and then we'll get that closed up. Trying to make sure, be taking care to make sure it's level. And clamping it best I can. So it's rubbish. See, the fit's not going to be brilliant on this. I can't get it tight enough clamped together. So this is probably going to take some filler. And then just open it up a bit at the back. And again, it's going to get sanded all down these seam lines anyway to get rid of them. So I'm not really bothered if any glue goes in there, because I'm going to have to, I don't know if you can just see it, there's a line that runs across. I did mention it on the review, a line that goes across there, that's quite visible, that's going to need sanding down. It's going to need quite a bit of sanding down around certain places of this. One advantage though with this type of glue, if you press it together, you get beads coming out like this. So when that's an automatic seal, if you like. So alright, that's the fuselage. Let's see if we can put a bit more in there just to melt this bit of glue. Bit of sprue, like so. Yeah, it's definitely going to need some filler down this seam like that. You can't really see it on the camera, but there is a little hole just there where they don't quite join together because of the step on the tail. Well, that shouldn't be too much of a problem to fix. Same with the rest, so we'll just set that to the side just to dry for a minute. And we'll have a look at the wings. So it says to put, on the instructions it says to put the cowlings in next, but I want to actually have a go at drilling them out if I can. So we'll get the wings off and we'll have a look at the wings and how we're going to put these together. Been reading up on some information of the squadron 111. I could do with drilling them guns out as well. And didn't actually see a lot of action during the war because they were basically Canada's defensive squadron. So basically they stopped in Anchorage and what have you. They were fitted for bomb racks, so I will be putting the bomb racks and the drop tank on, which we'll put together in a minute. And I think they shot down one Japanese Zero when they were.
Which one are you doing, Daddy?
I'm doing the Kitty Hawk Harvey, the aeroplane. So that's just my son going to have a nosy. Right, so we'll just cut all the spoon off. I'm going to check see if there's any sink marks or anything like that in a minute. They're all whispering so they don't disturb me. Can you hear them? they're waiting to go round next door to see their friends and whatever, go round and play. But they're not in at the moment, so they're just going to have to wait for a little bit longer.
That was a Jeep. It is a Jeep.
Go on, upstairs and play.
No. Bye.
See, photobombed. Go on, go upstairs and play. Sorry about that. Kids, who'd have them, eh? Let's have a look. Oh, I don't like the look of that. Oh, that's not too bad. Right, okay. Right, I'm just checking out the... I'm going to paint that where after it's all together. It'll be one of the first things I paint. So I can get all the side walls all in there. And then I can just mask it off. Right, so I'm just cleaning up the wings before we come to put them together. And we'll file them down. Yeah, I think they need a little bit of a clean up, which will be a little bit stronger when I glue them together on the guns. I ain't got any tube, any thin copper tube, otherwise I would replace it with 2 lots of that inside each other. But as I don't have any, I'll just try to drill them out gently. Right, just a quick file down. Oh yeah, so Colin answered my question the other day about favourite pies, and one of his favourite pies was pumpkin pie, which I promptly replied to as yuck, because pumpkin is not one of my favourite things, and they're whispering to say that their friends are now in. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to pause you, I'm going to go and kick them around there and tell them to play down there for a bit. So I'll be back in a minute. For a little bit. They're not quite ready for them yet, so I might have to stop again in about 10 minutes or so, but we'll see. Alright, so yeah, we're sanding these lots down. And yeah, Cohen answered the thing, pumpkin pie, which I can't stand pumpkin. And it's not a pie, it's a tart. Because obviously there's no lid on the top. So we're just sanding, like I said, just sanding these down roughly, because it will get a proper sand down once it's all together. And we'll put these together and have a look at them. They're not a bad fit at least. So I'll just run some glue around here. Make sure we get all the locating pins around the back. And clamps right on the end and certain places. Some more glue in there. Say Italia are meant to be one of the better companies. This is quite a basic kit, and considering I paid £22.50 for it, I think I would rather have got an Airfix one. But I think I know what I'm going to build for my group build, the Desert Storm group build. It's going to be the Spitfire Mark 5B, the tropical version. I've seen a Tamiya one that I'm going to try and get, and that's probably going to be the one I'll build. Just get a little bit of tape. Get it out. Oh, that's right, I forgot I've got no more of that tape left. I need to get some more. Put some tape on that. And then we'll just check this side. Okay, seems good fit. So again with the glue. And again, just clamp it on there like that. And these clamps were 99p, well not 99p, they were £1 from Pound Shop. Now, Colin's got some exactly the same, and I told him to put some rubber feet on them, which I did a while ago. But obviously through use and what have you, it came off. So I need to get some more rubber that's clean so I can reclamp some more on. Alright, so we'll just put that over there to dry. While we have a look, see if we can drill these out. Let's have a look. Nice round one. Oops, sorry, just moved the camera. Right. A lot of people have picked these up, and I've seen them in craft shops and what have you, little drill bits and what have you. These ones were $1.99 from the local hardware shop on the market, or DIY shop as we call them over here. So let's just have a look, see what size we need. Oh, a little bit too big, that one. And the whispering again. There we are, that's better. I'll close that up. Right, because of that small, I'm hoping I can get them in. What I'm going to do is just going to put something in so they can go in. Like a little hole, just like that, in each one. Because I'll clean them up once they've been drilled. The reason I put them in first before drilling them is because also that little, it gives me more to hold onto, basically, onto the cowling. Just prick myself and one's just flown off. I will find that bit in a minute. Just gonna have to pause you for a minute. Get back, found it. I might have to change the brake too easy. I'm gonna have to. I might have to change the engine stack. So the other, I've got a spare set in there. So we might have to change it.
Weather report. It was sunny on Sunday. It was cloudy on Monday. It was rainy on Tuesday. It was
Right, so that's that in there. We'll have a look. See what we do. If they break too easy, they shouldn't break that easy. Because I have done this before on quite a few kits.
It was snowing on Friday and Saturday.
Just nice and
And it
gently.
is not snowing today, but Saturday today, but it's not. No, it's not. 9-1. It is cloudy today. It is cloudy.
Yeah, perfect size. And then we should end with something, well, if you can see it, like that.
Well, we've got sunny on Sunday. Sunday on Sunday. Bell. Sunny on
That's my son reading. We had his parents' evening the other day.
Sunday on Sunday.
Or him and my daughter, Isabel. And they both got gleaming reports. Absolutely fantastic. Could not be prouder of them.
Thursday, Friday,
And my son's been moved up in reading, which we're well and truly happy with.
Are you talking to them, Daddy?
Yes, sweetheart. Yeah, so me and Lisa are both extremely happy with a pair of them. And he's coming over to have a nosy.
Hello, you.
Go away.
Bye bye.
Sorry.
And she can hide.
So, yeah, just nice and gently. Steadily drilling them out. And then we'll look at cleaning them up in a minute. So just put this out. Not perfectly in the centre, but they're looking damn sight better than what they were. You don't have to take them that far in, because also because of the curve, you can't really see how much they go. So this is the one I broke. So nice and gently with this.
George. But George is in Leicester.
Stand that one up. There we are. Let's just bring that back up. No doubt I'll probably knock these off again before too long, but hopefully I won't. And that's them all drilled out. I'll just put a bit more glue on that one that broke. I don't know if you can see that. Just drilled out there. So Under the other ones. Easy as a game now. Oh yeah, I've decaled up the Cobra, which I'll do a quick video later and show you how it went. It actually went really, really well, but I'll explain that all in the video for it.
If you stop following around, now there's a Lego movie on here what I watched early on, and here is the Lego movie. It says good Disney, and there's his a bad policeman that sounds good. This one. Well, it's up here. The Lego movie, and it's coming out today at February. Oh yeah.
Sorry, I'm not talking a lot, but I'm just concentrating on drilling these out.
And it will come out on Sunday because it's in the Lego movie and it's DVD. Stop it now. Stop it.
Oh yeah, I have got a list of armour that Russell Gosling did for me for my group build. Now the list is quite extensive, so I'm going to look at maybe putting a video together, or if you're not entirely sure, just PM me on YouTube and I will send you the complete list I have for it. And there we are, that's the second lot all drilled out. Right, so next, just need to clean them up a little bit.
Go and test clothes. If you want to, you can buy it.
I'll just put another top out in there as well. Right, so they're all drilled out. I'll check on this, see if... Right, next. These bits need going onto here. Again, the fit's not brilliant. So this is probably going to need quite a bit of filling and sanding, unfortunately. Me hoping it would be an easier build. Well, to be fair, it probably is an easier build because it's a Second World War fighter aircraft and that's what I normally do. So at least I know where all the parts need to go. I mean, I don't suppose it matters quite as much as on this, but I still would have liked a little bit of a tighter fit around the engine cowling. It's even bows out a little bit, which is not good. And see, I'm having to push it in there because it bows out ever so slightly. If I'm honest, I probably will not buy another Italieri kit for a while, because also with the Mirage I had some bad fit issues, tripping out. There was quite a lot of steps all over the place and what have you. It was a bit of a nightmare. I'm looking at this, it's not going to be as bad, but it's going to be bad enough. You see that with the bad fit on the nose, on the cowling. Right. And I'm just going to have to pause you there for a minute. Right, well that's the best I can get it. It's times like these I wish sometimes I was an armoured builder and just armour, because that is atrocious. Look. Can you see that? Alright, so I'm going to have to fill and sand down this one here at the front, make sure it's flush. Around here, so I'm going to have to rescribe all this and all the rivet detail. I'm going to have to flatten the front out, or again fill and do it. And we haven't even got to the wings yet. All the underside. £22.50 this cost me. That's Tamiya money. Or Tamiya, or however you pronounce it. That's quite expensive. So I wouldn't expect this level of fit for this amount of money with this kit. Right, let's have a look at this. Just going to hold that for a minute. See if you can melt it a little bit, less filling. So I dread to think what the wing fuselage joint is going to be like. A little bit longer on that one. Cold tea. Ugh. Oh, that's going to make me another one. She's a star. Right, I don't know whether you're going to be able to see this. Let's pick you up so you can have a look. But that is just test fitting. Yeah. And this, like I said, for a kit over £20. Oh my lordy. It's a good thing I've got some sheets of plastic card. Oh my. This bit here is too wide. It's all of it's too wide for the actual. So again, it's going to need. And people moan about Airfix kits. Oh my lordy. Oh, might as well get it done. It's going to need the filling anyway. Wait a minute. I need to put this cockpit in, don't I? Nearly messed up. So that's the cockpit in. That, believe it or not, actually fits really, really well. Doesn't even give you any pictures whether the wings are meant to be straight or got a dihedral. If I put one in, should be able to. So that's 2 lots of tape I need. Gonna have to use this then. Right, so all I'm going to do, I'm going to run some glue down this side. This might not be strictly correct. Push it together. Get some tape. And like that. Pull it up. Tap it on there. And then just clamp it there. Like that. And that'll help pull it all in. Right, so onto this side. Let's take that off for a minute. Pull that side up. Again, tape actually touching onto that one. Again, pull it round, and then I should be able to pull it up if it behaves itself. Let's put some clamp on there, clamp on there. And there like that. I hate this. I don't mind doing stuff like this on an Airfix kit or an older kit, but one that you don't pay too much for. Chris, I know you've got one of these, and you plan to do it as a wrecked aircraft. Well, I think you've got the better choice out of a pair of us. Doing a wrecked aircraft with this kit would probably be really simple, because you just have to put it together and there'll be parts missing all over the place. Right, well I'm going to let it glue at that for a minute. And I'll just check something out, see if I can carry on. So next we're going to start looking at sticking some of the drop tanks and what have you together. And the bombs and what have you. There's that. There's the drop tanks. What's on that one? Mission panel. I don't even know what that bit is. Mind you, I think that bit says it don't get used. So I'm going to glue all the other bits to the actual airframe, and we'll look at getting the props. Oh, I hate it when it's that type of prop. Makes it for easier painting prop if the blades are separate. Not just for the feathering effect like Colin said the other day, but when they are you can just push them in and whatever. You can paint a blade individually, paint the nose cone individually, and then you can just glue them together easily. So you've left chance of getting paint and all over the blades or what have you. So what I'm probably going to do, let's have a look at this. So look at the fit issue on this, because there's quite a lot of sink marks on this. And quite a bit of flash as well. Let's just have a quick look. Yeah. So it goes inside, which is not a bad thing. Just got to paint on these bits on the actual outside, so I'll have a look at that and tidy that up in a bit, so it can just go in there. She needs a hairdoing, don't you, sweetie? So that's all cleaned up. Two-piece wheels. So I'm probably going to lose a lot of the tyre tread marks. But the hubcaps, I believe, on these are either the same sort of colour as the tyres, or same colour as the airframe. So fairly easy to tidy up. Even they don't go together that well. Just bang them together. Put them in a clamp. Same on this side. Check it. Yeah, there's flash on this, but I'm gonna sand it. I'm gonna sand it all down to try and get rid of the seam. You don't have to get rid of it all the way because it's the type of the tread. But yeah, we'll clamp it. I need to make sure it's level out. Would I recommend the Talry for everybody that's never done it? No, they're definitely not a starter kit. If it's first time ever doing any sort of aircraft, I would definitely not recommend them. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've done some rubbish kits in the past, but I have not had to pay that much for them. Yes, I know it's got a finger mark on it, but it's all going to get sanded back because it needs a lot of sanding and what have you. I just want to get it together at the moment. You see, it's kits like these that put people off actually taking up the hobby. Because they buy a kit thinking, oh, it's a nice subject and what have you. And then when they come to actually build it, they won't know how to actually fix half the problems. Even some of us that have built quite a few kits might struggle. You know, say if you're an armour guy, you've never built armour before, and never built aircraft before, and then you pick up one of your favourite kits like Mark O'Neill saying, you know, he loved this aircraft, it looks so mean and what have you, which he does because of its big jaw, big chin, radiator and what have you, which is fair enough. But Oh, why is that hollow? If you're wondering what I'm on about, now this is a bomb. And if you see right in the end there, oh, there's a hole in the back. And surprise, surprise, they fit wonderfully well. You know the sarcasm? I'm just glad I'm doing a model or the subject that I don't have to butcher the tail and put the other ones on, because I dread to think how they would fit. I really do. What I might push some sprue inside there. Some sprue inside there too. Yeah, so these are all going to get cleaned up anyway before I paint them and what have you. So this is going to need a lot of love and attention. Right, I think, fellas, that's going to be it for today. There are even other things I can be going on with. I could be masking the windows up and what have you, but I think I'll save that for another day, because I want to see how all this comes together first. So I've got another little bit to screw onto the wings. So I'll say that's it for now, and I will catch you all on my next video. So ta-ra for now.